Right, and we're back. Possibly. No, we're not. Time to see if we can fix this. No, go away. Right. Okay. Okay. Right then. I believe we may be back after that bit of a disaster. So, here we are, back once again. So I do believe this week's release radar will have to be cancelled on account of some pretty disastrous, technical issues. Yeah, sounds right. YouTube can't stop us. So, we're back. Okay. And I just need to get myself set up again because this is going... It's all kind of falling apart a wee bit. So, yeah. Cool. Right. So, moving on. We're going to skip past our release radar because I think YouTube doesn't like it. So, for our next segment, moving on swiftly, we have got a classic favourite. We've got the weather. So first up, in East Nuke, it's looking pretty cloudy just now. I went out for a wee bit early to get some washing and it was starting to rain a wee bit. I know when I was at work yesterday and all through last night, it was pouring with rain, so, watch out for that. Thunderstorms and that. Be careful out there. Don't get struck by lightning. It does seem to be still pretty warm though, and the wind doesn't seem to be that bad. So, if you want to go for a nighttime walk, I do enjoy those sometimes. Take a rain jacket and maybe some rubber boots. So, moving on. For those of you who are not lucky enough to live in East Nuke, we have also got the weather for Edinburgh and Glasgow. So, in Glasgow, over the next day or so, tonight it's going to be heavy rain, although it's still going to be quite warm. Low winds as well, so 14 degrees, but you're going to get some heavy rain. So, rain jackets all around in that. And tomorrow, it is going to be light rain, and still pretty warm at 17 degrees. So, look forward to that. The wind picks up slightly, but nothing huge. So, to all of our least favourite places in Scotland, Edinburgh. Tonight you're going to have light rain showers and a gentle breeze. And yeah, some heavy rain tonight, but you probably all be asleep around then, so not really an issue. Tomorrow, you're also going to have light rain and a gentle breeze. Pretty much the same as Glasgow, to be honest, yeah. With a bit more rain, so, sucks to suck, I guess. And all those people who go around saying that Glasgow gets worse weather than Edinburgh. Anyway, there we go. There's your weather. So, moving on now, we have now got our requests. To start off this week, we have got a request from a listener who is usually in Glasgow. It's a request for Elvis. We've actually had 2 requests for Elvis. So we're going to be playing this one for Lisa. But we also had another request, which was a shameless attempt for some free publicity from the boys over at Scandi Reviews, who just released a review of the Elvis biopic on their Instagram account, Scandi Reviews. I am very disappointed in this, and I expect better from you, Sam. But, once more, that is Scandi Reviews on Instagram, so check it out. So we're going to be playing Can't Help Falling in Love for Lisa, and also Scandi Reviews. So, there we go. There we have it. Okay, where's it gone? That's it there. Let's just solve this because my thingy is not working properly. There we go.
Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river surely to the sea. Darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea. Darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you, for I can't help falling in love with you.
Hello, how are you? Have you been alright through all those lonely, 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 lonely nights? That's what I'd say. I'd tell you everything if you'd pick up that telephone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, how you feeling? Are you still the same? Don't you realize the things we did were all for real, not a dream? I just can't believe they've all faded out of view. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, do-wop, do-be-do-do-wop, do-wah-do-lang. Blue days, black nights, do-wah-do-lang. Look into the sky, the love you need ain't gonna see you through. And I wonder why the little things you find ain't coming true. Oh, telephone line, give me some time. I'm living in twilight. Oh, telephone line, give me some time. I'm living in twilight. Okay, so no one's answering. Well, can't you just let it ring a little longer, longer, longer? Oh, I'll just sit tight through shadows of the night. Let it ring forevermore. Oh, oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do-wop, do-be-do-do-wop, do-wah-do-lang. Blue days, black nights, do-wah-do-lang. I look into the
And we're back. And that there was played for Charlie Roscoe, a long-time listener to the show and a good friend. So, since I was unable to play two Elvis tracks, I've agreed to play this next one for Sam of Scandi Reviews. And I've never actually listened to this track, and I've never listened to The Doors really. But this is Piece of Rock, and it's played for Sam Much. we had, that was Bootlegger Boogie from the new Cuphead DLC, which was played on request for Jacob, who guaranteed me that it was a bop. But I'm not so sure, so I think you should let me know what you think, because jury's still out for me on that. Wee bit intense, But, let me know what you think, because that's what we're here for. Then you listen to music. Quite jazzy. Not quite the cool, fun, smooth jazz I like, but kind of the weird, intense stuff that Jacob listens to. So, For our final 2 tracks, we have one which I'm playing for myself because it's been going through my head for days. Keep hearing it when I'm at work, and I can never remember any of the words except the bit that goes da 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 45. So we're playing Brimful of Asher for Me by Corner Shop. And we're going to end this segment with one that goes out to Julie in Glasgow, and that is going to be To the End, which is requested by Julie and is by My Chemical Romance. So, bit of a different one, but, we like My Chem, so we'll see how it goes.
Behind movie scenes, behind the movie scene, Sati Rani, she's the one that keeps the dream alive, from the morning past the evening to the end of the light. Brimful of Asher on the 45, well it's a brimful of Asher on the 45. Brimful of Asher on the 45, well it's a brimful of Asher on the 45. And dancing behind movie scenes, behind those movie screens, Asher Bosley, she's the one that keeps the dream alive, from the morning past the evening to the end of the light. Brimful of Asher on the 45, well it's a brimful of Asher on the 45. Brimful of Asher on the 45, well it's a brimful of Asher on the 45. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Mine's on the 45. And singing, illuminate the main streets and the cinema aisles. We don't care about no government warning about that promotion of the simple life of the dams they're building. Brimful of Asher on the 45, well it's a brimful of Asher on the 45. Brimful of Asher on the 45, well it's a brimful of Asher on the 45. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Everybody needs a bosom for a pillow. Everybody needs a bosom. Mine's on the 45. Brimful of Asher on the 45, well it's a brimful of Asher on the 45. Brimful of Asher on the 45, well it's a brimful
built a tomb. He's always choking from the stench and the fume. The wedding party all collapsed in the room. So send my resignation to the bride and the groom. Let's go down. This elevator only goes up to 10. He's not around, he's always looking at men. Down by the pool, he doesn't have many friends. As they are face out and blow to step or shout with the land. If you marry me, would you bury me? Would you carry me to the end? To the last you take, to the last you make, to the heart you break and all the cyanide you drank. She keeps a picture of the body she lends. Got nasty blisters from the money she spends. She's got a life of her own and it shows by the bed. She's got 1090 by the Barbies and Kens. If you ever say never too late, I'll forget half the diamonds you hate. Lost in coma and covered in cake. Increase the medication, share the thousand away. Marry me, would you bury me? Would you carry me to the end? To the last you take, to the last you make, to the heart you break and all the cyanide you drank. To the last parade, for the choice you made, to the heart you break and all the cyanide you drank. To the last you take, to the last you make, to the heart you break and all the cyanide you drank. To the last parade, for the choice you made, to the heart you break and all the cyanide you drank. To the last parade, when the bodies fade, and the choice you made.
Something a bit different finishes off there then. So, there we had it. That was, nearly played it again there, To the End by My Chemical Romance. So, that brings us to the end of our request sequence segment this week. So, for next week, don't forget to get your requests in soon so you can get them in. So, let me know as soon as possible and we will sort it all out for you. You can contact me on any way that I am contactable from. So, phone me, call me, message me, whatever. Just get your requests in. And Sam was right. The corner shop one there was Fatboy Slim, but his real name is Norman Quinton Cook. So, if there was a wee bit of confusion there, that's why. So, moving on then. Our next segment is a fantastic thing I call the news. So, to start us off, anyone who's using the trains at any time soon might be in trouble because Network Rail strikes disrupt almost all ScotRail services. So, passengers in Scotland are being warned that they face significant disruption during strike action later this week. The strike action plans to take place on the 18th and 20th of August, and it will have a major knock-on effect with only 11 routes open in Scotland. And this is following on from, I believe, the last set of strikes, which I don't think were ever sorted out. And I'm going to pass an opinion on that because, but, good news. The ones that are operating will be in the Central Belt, Fife, and Scottish borders. So, since all my listeners nearly are in Fife, it's the only ones that anyone will have to worry about. And everyone else is in the Central Belt, so, kind of works out fine for all of us. Maybe not for the rest of the country, but, So, on to our next one. Good news, everybody, because the right to free period products becomes a law in Scotland, which is long overdue. But, it's been done. So, since 2017, 27 million has been spent in providing access to these services in public places, and it is the first country in the world to protect the right to free sanitary products. So, good job, Scottish Government. So, there we go. And Miss Lennon said of Labour MSP Monica Lennon has said that it was unanimously backed in the Scottish Parliament in 2020 and said local authorities and partner organisations have worked hard to make the legal right to access free period products a reality. So, there we go. Well done, everybody. We did a good job there. So, finally, in sport, Andy Murray returns to Great Britain team for the first time since 2019, and he has been selected for the Great Britain Davis Cup team, but rising star Jack Draper has missed out, so mon the Scots. Good news there, because we liked Andy Murray. It's pretty cool. Won a gold medal once, like 10 years ago. So, good job to him. So, moving on to our next and final segment this week, we have got Album of the Week, and this week's album is Hot Fuss, which was the debut album from The Killers. Don't get this confused with Hot Fuzz, which was the film released by Edgar Wright starring Nick Frost and Simon Pegg, which was very funny and you should watch if you hadn't yet. Anyway, so the Album of the Week. Everyone, we know how we're doing this now, so same as last week, I'll play one of the singles, talk about the album's production, play the second single, and then talk about its reception. And then I'll give my opinions and play one of my choice before ending the show. So, the first single from Hot Fuss is one everyone will know, and I'm not going to bother introducing it because everyone will know this. Enjoy.
Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. It started out with a kiss, how did it end up like this? It was only a kiss, Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and
course, Mr. Brightside from the Killers' debut album, Hot Fuss. And that was actually the first track that was written for the album, and is inspired by a true story because Brandon Flowers, frontman for the Killers, had a date with his girlfriend and she bailed on him because apparently she fell ill. So he went out with one of his pals and saw her with another man in a restaurant. So he went home and penned a masterpiece. So there we have it. Drama leads to good songs. Anyways, for the production of Hot Fuss, the producer was Jeff Saltzman, and he was quite new to the scene. He was a entertainment attorney and was just wanted to be a producer, so they set him up with a studio. Him and the Killers produced the album. And the album heavily uses a vocal effect called Echo Farm because it was the only one they had at the time. So they kind of just plugged it in, and since he didn't know what he was doing, he just left it on the default settings. So it gave a kind of overdrive and a wee bit of delay, and used it on the entire album. So it has resulted in a very kind of unique sound for the album, and means that even now, 20 years later almost, it still sounds pretty fresh. So it's interesting to see how one thing can really kind of affect the entire tone of an album, and I think it works. And for the next track, the second single from the album, we have got Somebody Told Me, which is also obviously by the Killers. So I will be right back with the critical reception of the album right after this.